clients as a freelance brand scaler is so much easier than you think it is. You don't need a huge following, you don't need crazy past client results, and you don't need some sort of huge social media presence. And what if I told you you don't even need experience? I'm a normal ass kid, and to be honest, I'm not very smart. I dropped out of college and still found some way to make over 6 figures per month in pure profit from freelance brand scale. All because I know how to outreach to business owners. The number one question I get in my DMs isn't, Brez, how do you get so many huzz, bro? Or it's even not huzz hitting me up, but it's dudes in my DMs saying, oh, I'm getting into freelance brand scaling. How do I sign clients with no results? How do I outreach these clients? How do I sign my first client? And the answer honestly is simple. I was in your exact shoes once too, but I managed to figure it out. Now I'm here to help you do the exact same. It all starts with the 3 outreach methods, and that first one is going to be cold calling. Most people are terrified of doing this, which is exactly why it works. And the great thing is you don't need any sort of social media presence in order to be able to dial a business. All you need is the courage to pick up your expensive ass iPhone and actually call these businesses. But the truth is most brands and businesses aren't getting cold called anymore, which is exactly where you're going to have leverage if you're a beginner. So here's the cold calling sauce. You're gonna want to come up with some sort of cold calling script. Honestly, I just recommend using AI to generate this. You could use anything like ChatGPT or find tons of free cold calling scripts out on the internet. Just find a script that works best for you and memorize that script. Practice it in the fucking mirror if you have to. Or get in Discord with your boys or over the phone with your boys and pretend and rehearse that script. I know that sounds kind of weird to sit on the phone with your homie and just practice a script, but like I promise you that shit works. Now, where exactly do I find these businesses to actually cold call? It's simple. There's tons of free resources out there. One that I recommend using is Apollo.ai. And this isn't any sort of affiliate. I'm not getting paid to say this. It's genuinely just one of the things that I use and that a lot of my ERT members use as well. We have tons of other resources like this inside of the ERT, so I don't want to give too many away to you guys for free, but I'm more than happy to give you that Apollo.ai one for free. So you can basically use that, get a whole bucket of leads laid out, and just sit there and pick your expensive ass iPhone up for the 3rd time and dial those fucking leads. Now at this point, you have your script memorized to where you can literally dial these leads and just pitch them on your script all day. Now a lot of these cold calls you're gonna make are gonna be unsuccessful. A lot of them aren't gonna be interested. A lot of them might hang up on you. A lot of them might give you common objections. So first of all, you need to learn what these common objections are and how exactly to handle these objections when you get them. But outside of that, a lot of other businesses just aren't going to be interested. Hang up the phone and get to the next cold call. Now, stay disciplined and do not get discouraged when people are not interested in your services. That is completely normal with cold calling. Not every single business you call is going to be a hot lead. But in order to find the hot leads, you have to sift through all of the cold ones that aren't going to be interested. You got to find the needle in the haystack. Focus on these 4 cold calling principles. Number 1, tone. Speak slow, speak friendly. Show them that you're a real person through your tone and you genuinely care about their business and helping it succeed. Number 2, consistency. Break it into 30-minute sprints. Dial for 30 minutes, get up, walk around, go outside, go get a coffee, go do whatever you need to do to clear your head, get back to the desk and pick the phone up again. Make work feel fun. Whatever you got to do to make it not feel like work, do that. Now, number 3, objection handling. Like I said earlier, you're going to learn quickly what these common objections that these businesses are giving you, and you're going to learn kind of how to handle those objections. Get really good at objection handling and you will be a demon cold caller. Number 4, track your progress. Treat it like a sport and not a chore. Like I just said, make work feel fun. The moment work becomes not fun is the moment that your productivity decreases. And overall, your energy towards your work is very important. Remember that specifically with cold calling and outreaching, what you're putting in is what you're getting back. So it's very important to stay consistent and have that healthy mindset going into it. Now, all of these methods 100% work, and I've personally used these to sign clients. But if calling strangers makes your palms a little bit sweaty, let's talk about some other alternatives that you can use to sign these clients. Cold email has been around for ages, and it's one of the few client signing machines that works 24/7. And if I'm being real, it's how I got my first client on retainer without leveraging my personal brand. Now, the pros of cold email is that you don't really need anything special, you just need the right infrastructure. But the only cons of cold email is that it's not easy to get that personality sent through a physical email as where it is, cold calling where you can actually actually give tone through the phone and actually make yourself sound like a real human being. So overall, from the business, it may not be taken as seriously. But let me run you through exactly how cold emails can be used to print clients, which then will print cash. Again, you're gonna need some sort of script for your emails and some sort of framework that you can follow off of. Now, this is obviously gonna change over time as you kind of find what works specifically in your niche and what works overall best for you. So just test different things. As you're scraping emails and sending emails out to the emails that you're scraping, test different methods, test different scripts, test different pitches. Like overall, just test different things and find what works best for you. It's gonna be different for every person. Not the same thing is gonna work for everyone. So there's no exact script that I can give you that's gonna 100% work for you. It's just a little bit of trial and error learning. Now, once you have that script, you can use tools like smartlead.ai to create tiny and targeted campaigns that you can then send out to these emails that you're scraping. So you can literally send multiple emails to multiple emails that you scrape all at once. So cold email, you may be able to get more shots up quicker, as we're cold calling, you might be able to get less shots up quicker, but more quality and more intent. Now, what 5 different types of emails do you need? Number 1, free offer email. Incentivize your prospect with some sort of free offer, whether it's a month free of ads, whether it's no payment upfront and only performance based, some sort of irresistible offer that's hard for them to deny. It's almost too good of a pitch that it would be stupid for them to decline. Number 2, lead magnet. Again, some sort of free offer or something, some sort of free package for them that they can use that's gonna build trust between you and them and make them more interested in your services. Number 3, a personalized video. This most likely would be recorded off something like Loom, some sort of presentation of you showing them exactly how you could help their business and sending it over to their email. So this could be a Loom that you record on your laptop with a presentation of their business, what their struggles are, and how exactly you could help them. Aim to have this video under 2 minutes, as you don't want to have it too long, because then most likely at that point they're just not going to watch through it. So keep it short, keep it sweet, and keep it straight to the point. Number 4, some sort of case study pitch. Now, this is only applicable to probably some of you who have past results with a client, but if you do, this is a really good way about leveraging those results that you've gotten with past clients in order to sign more. Show proof of your work and the results that you've gotten for past clients, and even better yet, if it's a client that's in the same niche as the prospect that you're reaching out to, show them the proof of those results and you'll be much more likely to catch their attention and overall hook them on your pitch. Let's say, for example, I'm trying to sign a clothing client. I'll show them some sort of past results that I've gotten. Number 5, just some sort of direct offer, straight to the point, keep it sweet, keep it short. All these things are things that I teach much more in depth inside of the Elite Roundtable. So if that's something you're interested in joining, you can check out the top link in the description. This is just the surface level free information, of course. Now, if you want an even faster way to get responses, the secret to this is social media outreach. Now, this is only going to be applicable depending on the niche that you're actually in as a freelance brand scaler. Let's say you run ads for service-based businesses like landscaping companies, roofing companies, plumbing, concrete, pressure washing. Those ideally are not going to be the type of businesses that check their social media messenger platforms. They're more likely to pick up the phone if you cold call them or send them a cold email. But let's say some sort of business like a skincare company, a clothing brand, a jewelry brand, they're much more likely to be checking their social media messenger platforms than they would be their email or their phone if you call them. And most likely for a business like that, you're probably not even going to be able to scrape their phone number because it's just not really public information. Everyone is on their phone 24/7, and if you can find a way to leverage those people and their emotions on their phone, you can make well over $1 million like I've done. Use social media for the right reasons, not the wrong ones. Now, I personally have hella followers and a huge personal brand, or whatever you want to call it, but it's not necessarily even about the followers. It's more so about the way that you're perceived and, of course, the messages that you're sending. For example, Josh, who was in my last video, doesn't have any sort of big personal brand, but he's signing clients that are making him over 5 figures a month from one client alone. If you haven't checked that video out, check it out after this one. It was a banger. Or also like Jaden, who doesn't have a huge personal brand, but is making over 40K a month consistently as a freelance brand scaler. I could sit here and go on and on and on about all of the students that I have that don't have huge personal brands, but make well over 5 figures a month, but I don't want to sit here and yap about that for too long. Back to the sauce. Everyone's in their inbox, but brands live in their DMs. But the thing is if you have a shitty profile, nobody's gonna want to respond. They're just not gonna take you seriously. They'll judge your profile in 3 seconds, and you need to look like someone that's worth talking to. Now, obviously, all you guys don't have a GT3 RS or a Lamborghini Aventador, but if you go to my profile, you're instantly gonna see the stuff that I post and know that it's worth your time. But here's the blueprint that I would follow if I was you doing social media outreach. First, we gotta start with validating your profile a little bit. Have a clear niche, some sort of value in bio, and 2 to 3 authentication posts where people will click on them and be like, oh damn, this kid definitely knows his shit. Now, the DM framework. React to their story or recent posts. Give them genuine insight or feedback. That's gonna help authenticate the whole you know what you're talking about. Then transition into more value with the pitch then of the CTA. CTA means call to action. So basically making your pitch clear. But start with the free value, give them the insight, and then make your pitch. Hot outreach wins because it feels natural, not desperate. You never want to give the prospect a vibe that you are desperate to sign. That's like the worst thing you could do. It's the biggest red flag for any sort of business to have someone pitching them in their DMs and seem desperate. I have tons of other students who are using this exact same thing to make over 5 figures profit consistently. Like Jose, who's making roughly 20K a month consistently, or Josh in the last video, who's making over 5 figures a month consistently, or like I mentioned, Jaden, who's making 40K a month consistently, or Caitlin, who's making 30. You could easily be the next because none of us are smarter than you. There's nothing stopping you from being successful besides yourself. Now, if you want to be one of the next people inside of the program who does that exact same thing, you can click that link below. Now, you've made it somewhat towards the end of the video, but it's time to give you the biggest sauce that can take you from 0 to 10K a month. I'm about to give you the exact sales process framework that I follow to be able to close these high value clients. Closing on a call is less about case studies. As long as you have confidence, clarity, and proper framework, you're good. Most beginners out there get on a call and all they try to do is just hard sell. Bro, I promise you that is exactly what you do not want to be doing. Do not hard sell. Like I said earlier, give them insight, give them free value, and then make your soft pitch. Let your knowledge and your confidence sell them yourself. It doesn't take any sort of hard pitch, just literally as simple as that is, let your confidence and let your knowledge sell them on its own. I know it may sound weird to hear me say don't hard sell, because that is exactly what you're trying to do, is sell them. But I promise you, if you keep it natural and lighthearted, it's gonna convert way better than it would hard selling. Maybe it's a different story if they're coming to you first for the services, but when you're approaching them, it needs to be soft and sweet. It is not your job to sit there and hard sell. Your job is to understand, empathize, and guide your client. And after I figured that mistake out, I was able to scale easily to 6 figures a month profit. So use this 4-part call structure. Number 1, build trust. Thank them for their time. Get to talk to them first. Get to know your client. It's very, very, very important to build relationships with these people. It's not always just about the money. It's about their overall experience and how they feel validated. Number 2, dig deep. Ask about their current marketing efforts, their current revenue, their current bottlenecks, and their current goals. And then when they do things like say their goals, ask them how they plan to get there. And slightly emphasize the fact of how you're a key piece in getting there. Now, present the offer. Keep it simple. Here's what I do, and here's how it aligns with your vision and with your goals. And then even if you have to visually show them how it aligns with their goals. And then 4, handle objections and close. Ask them things like, lightheartedly, would you be opposed to moving forward today? What's stopping us from working together right now? You have all of this sauce. So what is stopping you from going and utilizing it to sign your first couple of clients? I'll call it out right now. If you don't take action now, freelance brand scaling is gonna become another missed wave. The future of freelance brand scaling is only getting bigger and bigger. And as more businesses move online, more businesses are going to need marketing online. Therefore, more opportunity will be presented to more freelance brand scalers. It's a market that's only going to grow within our lifetime, which means more opportunity and more money. Like I said, if you don't get it now, it's just going to become another missed wave like Amazon in 2012 or TikTok in 2019. Now, if you need to, go back and watch this video, take notes, interpret all of this information, because I'm giving this to you for free. If you don't utilize it, that's on you. And if you genuinely take all this information and apply it and actually take action information and doing it, you could literally have your first client within the next couple days or week. Like, I genuinely mean that. I know for a fact there will be people who watch this video and have their first client within a week. But imagine you were inside the ERT and had all the information inside of it. Like I said, that link's down in the description. But regardless of that, I appreciate you guys watching this video. As always, I love you boys. Make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Like I said, we've been consistent on this channel and we're gonna stay consistent on this channel. I'm here to drop all the sauce for y'all boys. Without further ado, make sure to turn those post noties on so you catch the next video and more sauce, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace.